question 4, we should be used to this sort of data being presented to us. This is the figure we're going to be using to find out the variance. And as we're actually here finding out an estimate of the population variance, it's this value here divided by n take away 1 that we're trying to find. So we're dividing by 49, and that will give us what our population variance would estimate to be. And we can check this because we can square root that to find out our standard deviation, and our standard deviation here is 1.94, just as they asked us to check. So we got 1.94 here. Now we're going to go for a confidence interval. It's a 98% confidence interval. No, it's a 96% confidence interval, sorry. Continuing their trend of changing the percentages a bit. So if it's a 96%, we've got 2% at either end. And so the value all the way up to here that we're looking at is 98%. That's where my 98 mistake came from. Let's grab my normal distribution tables. Here's the backwards one here, and the 98% value, that one there, 2.0537. 2.0537, I said, didn't I? So this value down here is minus 2.0537. Our confidence interval formula is that it's the mean plus or minus this value times by our S value divided by the square root of the number of ones we got there. Well, what was X bar? They told us earlier it was 251.1. Tapping those into your calculator, you get the lower one to be 250.5 and the higher end to be 251.7. Just tapping this into the calculator. So there's 4 marks for that. Now the comments, here we go, 4 marks on comments here. The manufacturer's claim, what did they claim? They claimed that the mean weight was more than 250 grams. Well, I think we'd agree with that claim. We'd agree that we'd agree since the confidence interval is all over 250. Or the lower bound of the confidence interval is above 250. So this looks like a good thing. Make sure we say agree and then give our evidence. That's for the 2 marks we want here. Now, part C, some consumers are worried about this, they say. They say it's dubious. And it does tell us what to do. It tells us to make reference to X bar, or 251.1, and the standard deviation, the 1.94. Of course, if we go 1.94 standard deviations down from the mean, that value is actually going to be lower than 250. That's just 1 standard deviation down. You could even go 2 down. And so there will be some packets which are too low. So it will be some packets less than 250 grams. That's why they're saying it's dubious. So calculation here for 1 mark, and they did tell us to do that, and then some sort of interpretation at the end there. What does it mean?